Good morning, everybody. Here we go. This is the one I've chosen for today. It is FloralySs. It's a sort of a ribbony pattern, and the prompt word is sunset colors. So first thing it looks like we're going to do is we're going to draw sort of a curvy S shape. And then on that side, the outside of the loop, we're going to make three kind of U-ish shaped, almost like petals, but they're pretty spaced apart. You notice that? There's a good gap in there. It's because we're going to come back and we're going to put little petals on them in between, so there's one on each side and then another set so that they get filled into that gap. And then we can do an aura here, and that's it. That's the main pattern. And then there are variations shown with different kinds of petals, different decorations inside. Oops, can't see that. Let me move that. Different decorations inside. This one looks more like an actual flower. This one's kind of cool. It's got, instead of doing the U shape, it's got more of a kind of a peak shape like that, and then spikier petal pieces. I kind of like that. I'm tempted to do that. That kind of looks like a sunburst. Seems very sun-like. And then there's the sample. So we will see what I end up with. But I chose, because it said sunset colors, I chose a sort of an orangey page to start with. Let me turn on my light. Zoom you guys in a little bit. You're kind of far away. Make myself a border. About like that. And I'm going to decide how I want this to go. Do I want it to go diagonally? Probably. Something like that, because then I can have my thing going kind of here, kind of here. It can go outside my border, that's okay. Kind of here and there and there. That would be fine. I think that's a good look. I think I might make my border in a little bit more though. So that these can pop out of the border. I like that look. So I'm gonna just like that. Okay, that's my plan. Can you guys see my plan? Kind of. Okay. Grab my pen. And I do think I'm going to double up this line. Make it a little bit thicker. Excuse me, I've got a little bit of a tickle in my throat. To take a bit of a water break there. Something like that. And then I'm going to double that up. like that. Now, do I want the spiky ones or do I want the roundy ones? That's a good question. I'm feeling more roundy. I like the spiky ones. I think they're cool, but I think I'm feeling more roundy. Like that. Even with all the different variations, they all have the 3 petals, so that's what I'm doing. That's where I'm starting. Like that. You'll notice my things are all different sizes. That's okay. So now we're going to do a petal on each side. And we're going to come back and do a second petal if there's room. Do you want to see that closer? You might want to see that closer. I don't know if you do or not. I'm going to do it again. Kind of like that. And then a second one. That. Those are good. I like them. This is a good one for a warm-up today because my fingers feel like they're not quite, they don't quite have enough flex to them today, which is all right. This one clearly had the biggest gap between my my little petal-y guys, so I had more room to do the pattern in there. That's okay. Each one is going to be unique and special and just perfect the way it is. That one doesn't really have much room there, does it? Not really. It's okay. And then I think I'm going to it wants you to aura. I'm going to go ahead and do an aura there. And I'm going to do a dot like that. I in frame still? I hope so. I know I zoomed in a bit. I can zoom back out. You don't need to see this that close. There we go. That's better. I'm going to have to go out and do something with that vent. Wind is blowing, and I'm sure since last year during wind season the little cloth I put in the vent has blown away, and now it's making noises that you probably can't hear, but they're driving me crazy. The weather has changed dramatically in the last 2 days. We went from 98 as a high to really windy, like really windy. Yesterday was really bad. We had gusts in the 30s and 40s. I imagine there were a couple that were even more than that, because there were some that were quite the doozy, I tell ya. I don't know why I'm doing this, but this is what I feel like doing. Instead of being in the upper 90s, the 2 days before our high was 98, and yesterday our high was like 65. That cold wind just blew in. It was crazy. And of course, we're still very dry, and started another fire, not near me, a little bit closer to the coast down in Orange County, but stirred up all the ash from the previous fires from over this summer, and the sky was just this brownish haze with all the ash in the air. And of course, me and my lovely allergies, that just really kicked it up a notch. I want something coming upward. Like that. What else do I want? Feel like it needs more. Needs more of something. That was supposed to come out of here. Just needs something. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. And then it needs a little bit of thickening, which I think I will first, I think I'm going to, no, yeah, no, I don't know. Let's do this. Let's make my border in here. You guys know I like it when my drawing goes outside the border. I think that's fun. Like that. I like that. And then I think I'm going to make some thicker bits, but I'm going to erase now at this point. I'm just gonna do a little bit thicker right in this curve. Cover up some of those lines that I don't care much for. But yeah, so we have wind again. I've got this little vent where my air conditioner vents through the wall, and on the outside it's got one of those little flappy vents to keep the critters from coming in. And I can hear it going click, 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 because the wind is still blowing a little bit, not like it did yesterday though. Yesterday was crazy. Today's not so bad. Oh, that's better. It needed a little contrast. And then it said sunset colors. So I'm going to use markers, I think. Use some markers. I could use colored pencil, but I think I'm going to use the markers. I'm going to start with purple. Deciding I like this purple, not particularly, so I'm gonna probably not do more of that. Maybe I'll use my water brush and kind of encourage that to bleed out a little bit. Although it's hard when you're not using watercolor paper, some papers just don't take, they just don't work the same. And things that you expect to happen on watercolor paper don't always happen on regular cardstock. So that may or may not dry the way I expect it. That's okay. Let's use a beautiful pink. Right in here. And I know this is going to look weird. And I know I'm not shading. But I want to do a sort of a sunset-y gradient. So how you guys all been? It's been a couple days since I've been out here drawing. I know you just saw me on Monday, but oh, we did our walk. I want to thank everyone who made a donation. Our original team goal was 3,000, because last year we raised about 2,600 or 2,800 or something, so we raised it to 3,000. People blew us out of the water. That was exciting. We raised $4,600. That was awesome. And I am thankful to everyone who made a donation. You guys know who you are. And if you were planning on it and you missed it, it's okay. The link will still be there for, I'll probably leave the link for the rest of this week. So you absolutely can go back and add to our total, because the foundation needs money year-round. It's just that this is their fundraising season. October was Suicide Prevention Month, so. But we had a lovely walk and ride. Weather had turned. Like I told you, just the other day, the day before, it had been like 90. And then that day it was cold and overcast. Luckily, we didn't have wind and it didn't rain, and we still haven't had any rain. It's been looking like rain, but we're still at 52 or 53 days since our last measurable rain. That's a long time. I want something in those leafy bits, but I don't know if that I don't think I want green, because I want to keep it with a sunsetty thing. And I think I'm going to put a pinky red at the end, shadowy bit, and then I think I'm going to put a yellow. That would be good, right? Like I said, this is going to be an unusual color scheme here. That looks good. Okay, that worked. It was still pretty simple, quick and easy. I like the look of that, and I'm glad that we had a prompt. So this is Floraly. Let me spell it right. Which way is it gonna live? I think sideways like this. FloralySs. With sunset colors. That looks good. Do you think that looks good? I think it looks good. I think I need to anchor these little spots just a little bit more. Like that. Perfect. Now it's good. All right, hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for everything you do for me. Thank you for being there and watching. Simple as that. Go out and do something nice for someone today. Make the world a better place, one person at a time. And I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.